Screen is visible, right, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, from last few lectures, we discussed that what can be the microprocessor, what can be inside the microprocessor through pin function, through architecture. So all the internal structure possible that with 885 we had discussed in last few section. Now thing is, suppose if you say you are having 885 microprocessor, along with what is inside the processor, you must know how to program, right? So in parallel to your hardware part, we have started our instruction in lab to start with the programming. Now, our first module, if you'll observe, that is introduction of microprocessor. The second module, if you'll observe, which is related to tri-state buffer and memory, that is that is you can say theoretical chapter. So that we will discuss at the time of interfacing. But if you observe your chapter number 3, which is related to pin function and architecture, so that we had completed in our last lecture, right? Now, along with that, in parallel to what is available with us with microprocessor, we want to understand the programming. So in lab also, in lab we had already discussed few points from this module or chapter, you can say. The remaining thing we want to discuss here in this chapter 4. The name of the chapter is Assembly Language Programming, right? Where we want to discuss about classification of instruction. We want to discuss about addressing mode. We want to discuss about instruction set, the format that each and every instruction will follow, and depending upon that how many byte it will occupy, 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 byte, that we want to discuss. And finally we will go to write, we will ready to write any assembly language program. We can execute it, and if possible, if there is an error, we can debug it, right? So these are the topics that is covered under this chapter, where with reference to your 885 available instruction set, how we can classify it. Students do know कि अभी हम लोग ने जो what we discuss in our lab, that is only first group data transfer, and we have so many instruction, right? So like same way we are having total 5 groups. So almost if you observe, you have 200 plus instructions with 74 plus opcodes. So it is not that much easy to memorize all these things. So always to understand the classification of instruction is very important. Now, you had experienced it that whenever you are writing any instruction, आप ऐसे ही instruction you cannot write. You have to follow certain format. Yes or no? Suppose if I'll say MOV instruction, so you need to follow certain format. After MOV, what you should write? MOV के बाद आप क्या लिख सकते हो? Student, I am asking after MOV, what you need to write into your format, into your instruction?
Destination and source
Registers, right? You need
registers.
to, yes, you need to write destination and source register. If you are writing NBI, then registers will not be included as in source and destination. You need to mention immediate data. Yes or no, students? So if we'll observe each and every instruction, it is always following certain specific format, right? So it comes under which category of addressing mode. So that also we need to understand, right? Now after that, suppose if we'll say we are having the instruction set, total how many instruction we are having. अभी हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं जो भी लैब में टू परफॉर्म आवर टास्क व्हाट आर द नेसेसरी इंस्ट्रक्शन दैट we had already discussed, and we will discuss in future also. But what are the remaining instruction we have, which can be used for certain specific use? So which that instruction we will discuss here in common class, right? Then how to write a code, assembly language program, how to execute it, And suppose if you are having any code available with you or any certain specific application is with you, how to debug your code, that also we need to understand, right? So this much of the thing we want to understand in this particular module. Okay. Now, as I discussed that we had already completed our module number 1 and module number 3, which is introduction of 8085 microprocessor and 8085 microprocessors pin diagram and architecture. So you have first quiz is scheduled by this Friday or by next Tuesday. अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग बेस्ड अपॉन दिस टू मॉड्यूल, उसमें हम लोग अभी क्विज 1 में वी आर नॉट इंक्लूडिंग एनी इंस्ट्रक्शंस. सो असेंबली लैंग्वेज प्रोग्रामिंग के सिवाय जितना भी वी डिस्कस इंस्ट्रक्शंस नहीं होगा. सो एक्सक्लूडिंग इंस्ट्रक्शंस, that is your 8085 pin description, your 8085 microprocessors architecture, and introduction of 8085 microprocessor. These two modules will be included into your quiz 1. Okay. So I'll update you in your WhatsApp group 5TC2. आपका 5TC2 का जो WhatsApp group है, in that group I'll mention कि your quiz will be on Friday or it will be on Tuesday, right? By tomorrow you will get final notification, but be prepared, you have a quiz planned for this module, right? This quiz we are considering, as we had discussed in our rubric planning, that we are considering under CSE component, right? We have for the CSE component, we have assignment as well as quiz. So this quiz we will consider. Now suppose if you say, if any student will miss this quiz, then it will not be rescheduled for any reason. You will get 0 out of 10, right? 10 marks quiz will be there. You will get for this quiz. If due to any reason, if you are absent, it will not be rescheduled. So make sure whenever it will be planned, you will be present. Probably I'll take it through Google Form. I'll take it online. So at the time of quiz, you all need to keep your camera on. Are you getting my point, students? You need to keep your camera on. So make sure whenever you are connecting for the quiz, at that time you should keep your camera on. So you have to manage accordingly, right? Any doubt here in this discussion, anyone? All points are clear? Yes, Ayushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, which WhatsApp group?
Your 5TC2 name is 5TC2. WhatsApp group's name is 5TC2.
Ma'am, can you share the link in the chat box?
Okay, just a minute. Let me check. It's most probably 5TC2. Yes, we have two groups for TC2, 5TC2 boys group and girls group, right? You, Sahil, you just search in your mobile, right? You will find it.
Ma'am, our class no group is there in WhatsApp.
You don't have a WhatsApp group?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll make a separate group for MPI only, right? So in that we will communicate. Okay, so I'll make a separate group for microprocessor students, right? By today or tomorrow, and you will find all the necessary information there. But be ready. It will be on this Friday or next Tuesday. Okay, it will be of 10 marks quiz. So basic things I'm telling you right now. Remaining things I'll share in your WhatsApp group, right? Okay, I'll create one WhatsApp
Okay,
group.
ma'am.
Don't worry. Okay, Sahil.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything to discuss here? Anyone? Things are clear. You need to keep your video on. If you will not keep your video on, your quiz will not be recorded, right? It will not be considered. Okay. So I hope this discussion is clear. Now back to the presentation. Suppose it will say the instruction that we are taking here. that instruction is based upon the certain operation that is performed. Right? Now, before starting with the instruction, the assembly language programming introduction is given here, but we had already discussed 2-3 times. That's why I'm not repeating. If you remember, whenever we had started with the lab, at that time, this slide I think 2-3 times I had discussed कि आपका processor will not understand this assembly language programming or a higher level language programming. So it will always convert it into assembly language first, and then it will be converted into a machine level language, right? So we had already discussed this part, so that I'm not repeating, but make sure you must know this basic things, that right now whatever programming language we are considering or we are understanding, that is nothing but ALP, assembly language programming, right? Now, depending upon the instruction that you are using, which operation will be performed by this instruction, depending upon that we have a 5 group of instruction. This classification is somewhat known to you, but try to understand that classification of instruction cannot be by one means कि सिर्फ हम लोग इसको ऐसे ही classify कर सकते हैं, ऐसे नहीं है. It may be other possible way to classify your instruction set, but this is a one possible way. So when it is asked that classification of instruction based upon the operation, right? Classify your instruction set based upon the operation, then you need to write this classification. Then you need to make examiner to understand that this particular classification is based upon the operation that is performed by these instructions, right? So if you observe your instruction based upon this classification, it can be data transfer, arithmetic, logical, branch, stack, and machine control. So basically these 5 classes can be considered. Now we all can understand the first group student. Yes or no? Because most of the instruction under this group we had already discussed in our lab session. So can anyone tell me which are the instruction that can be considered under this group? Data transfer,
STA,
STA,
LXI,
LXI,
SHLD,
correct,
LHLD,
correct. Okay, remaining MOV, correct,
MVI, LDA, LDX,
very good. Then
STAX,
correct. Then okay, remaining instructions. Any student they can speak. XCHG, XTHL, PCHL, SPHL. Yes or no, students? Right? Yes or no? They discuss this instruction.
yes ma'am,
Correct. So all this instruction can be considered under this group. Still, we have 2-3 more instruction that we can consider under this group, but that was not included in task. So that's why in lab we had not discussed. But here in common class we will discuss which are the instruction that can perform this operation of data transferring. Now, broadly, it was a data transfer group. So all the instruction related to this group will transfer the data, will copy the data, will exchange the data from memory to registers, from register to memory, from input device to register, from register to output device, like that, right? Only you can transfer, you can exchange the data. But suppose if you observe this arithmetic group, एक बैच का कल ऑलरेडी सेशन लैब सेशन हो गया है with this group, so they know कि we are having certain set of instruction which will perform operation of addition, subtraction, right? So with this set of instruction you can perform any arithmetic operation. Like logical group we are having, we can perform any ending, ORing, XORing related operation, inverting. So that comes this the instruction which will perform this kind of task can come under this category. Then you have a branching group. Suppose if I say you want to repeat some task 5 times. So what we can generally do, suppose if I want to make some project, and in my project I want to switch on and switch off my switch 5 times. I can on and off, I want to on and off my switch 5 times. So what basically I need to do is, if I don't know branching group, what I will do, I'll repeat that same task 5 times. Yes or no, student? Are you getting my point? अगर मुझे कोई
Yes, ma'am.
टास्क रिपीटेडली करना है एंड इफ आई डोंट नो हाउ टू पुट इट इनटू अ लूप, व्हाट आई डू, manually I'll do that task 5 times, 10 times, 100 times, how many times I want to repeat, depending upon that I will write, I'll repeat my set of instruction, right? But if you know this branching group, it will give you a provision to set your loops, right? To set your repetition, how many times you want to repeat the same task, you can design a loop accordingly. Whenever it will required, you will only execute that loop. So एक ही बार आप प्रोग्राम में वो पर्टिकुलर सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन लिखेंगे and then you will repeat it depending upon that how many times you want to repeat. So this kind of repeat is always in each and every application. Generally this is a requirement that we have to put some loop indexing. So all this concept you will understand here in this group. Then as we know that some subroutine related concept we are having. For that, we need to identify a stack. So all the stack related instruction you will identify here in this group. Machine control group. Suppose if you are writing any instruction and you are able to terminate your program, you are able to make your processor in a reset mode, then this kind of instruction can be considered under this group machine control group. हमने कोई भी ऐसा इंस्ट्रक्शन पढ़ा है जिससे हमारा प्रोग्रामर रीसेट हो सकता है? Do you know any instruction under this group, machine control group?
Reset.
रीसेट जैसा हमने कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन पढ़ा है अभी? रीसेट. Do you know any instruction which will reset your programmer or which will end your process or which will terminate your program? हर एक प्रोग्राम में हम लोग लिखते हैं this instruction. We are writing in each and every.
HLT.
Correct. We are writing HLT. तो HLT का मतलब क्या होता है? What HLT will do?
Volt.
It will end, it will terminate our program. Why your program is terminated? Because your program counter is loaded with 00. समझ रहे हो? Program counter में generally क्या होता है? The address of the next instruction. अगर मैं hold लिखूंगी, then my program counter will be modified with 00 location. That means there is no next instruction to perform. So that's why this is the end of process. So this particular instruction will control my machine, right? It will reset my microprocessor. So that can be considered under this category. Are you getting me, students? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So we have we have the instruction set available with us, which almost perform all this kind of operations. So we have this five group of operation that our instruction set can classify. So here this is students, you will write this group in your book, in your class book, so that whenever I'll ask or whenever you want to refer it, you can refer. Now, as I had discussed that suppose if I'll say I'm having a set of instruction, you can classify it based upon the operation that is performed by that instruction. Let's say, for example, if I say MOV, everybody know that it is data transfer. If I'll write MVI, it comes under which category? Out of this, if I'll say MVI, तो वो कौन से कैटेगरी में पुट करोगे आप?
Data
Data
transfer.
transfer. If I'll say LDA,
Data transfer.
data transfer. But if I'll say ADD,
Arithmetic.
arithmetic. If I'll say ANA, ending, ending ORA.
Logical.
Logical group, right? So by the by using your instruction, which particular task we are performing, depending upon that, you have this classification. So operation to be performed by your instruction, you can put it into these categories, but this particular instruction will give you idea of classification. This particular classification of instruction will give you idea about, with the particular instruction, you will take how much size of your memory to store to execute your instruction. It will occupy how much size of your memory. Depending upon that, we have 1 byte instructions, we have 2 byte instruction, and we have maximum up to 3 byte instruction. Again, I am repeating कि ये classification किसके based है? Based upon the instruction and data formats. How? कि suppose if I write MOV A comma B, if I write MVI A comma 02, so it will occupy to execute that instruction. I will take how much size of my memory. I will occupy how many memory bytes. Depending upon that, we have 1 byte instruction, 2 byte instruction, and 3 byte instruction. So this also a classification of your 8085 microprocessors instruction set, but that is depending upon the size it will occupy. Depending upon the size it will occupy whenever you are storing the equivalent code. Let's say, for example, if you say 1 byte instruction, so 1 byte instruction किसको बोलते हैं? So if you say any instruction, it is ideally divided into 2 parts, opcode and operand. Opcode मतलब जो आप इंग्लिश लाइक वर्ड लिखते हो, राइट? MOV, ADD, SUI, the word English like word you are using to perform your task. So task to be performed is generally known as opcode, onto which you want to perform that task, that is known as operand. Are you getting me, students? What is opcode? What is operand? So if you are taking any instruction, it includes 2 parts, opcode and operand, right? If I say opcode, what is opcode? The task that you want to perform. MOV, we all can know, we all can understand that will transfer that will perform the task of transferring data, right? The task that we are performing through this is addition, onto which you want to perform that task. That is known as operand. Are you getting my point, students? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for any instruction, if you say combined your opcode and operand you are writing, so ultimately you are writing your instruction and it will only generate one code. It will only generate one code. So to execute your instruction, you will only occupy 1 byte of your memory. Same way, suppose if you are writing 8B, it will generate only one code and that will be stored into your memory. So it will occupy only 1 byte of your memory. If you are writing volt, it will only occupy 1 byte of your memory. But suppose if you are writing MVI instruction, you all can understand MVI A will take 3E and this 32 will take a next memory location to store. Yes or no? If you are writing MVI B, it will generate one code. It will generate one code, and to store 8-bit data, you need one more byte, right? So ultimately, it will occupy 2 bytes of your memory. Are you getting me, students? All right. So that is known as 2 byte instruction. Suppose if you are having certain instruction which will take 3 bytes of your memory for the execution, LXI H will take one code. 2050 ये आप जो 16 bit number यहाँ पे load कर रहे हो, so to load this 16 bit you need 2 more byte of your memory. So 50 lower order byte and 20 higher order byte. So combinedly it will occupy 3 bytes of your memory. So it will come under the category of 3 byte instructions. Same way if you use LDA instruction. So for LDA you are having a code 3A. Now to store this 16-bit address, you need 2 more byte of your memory, which is 70 and 30. So ultimately total, it will take 3 bytes of your memory. So that can be considered under the category of 3 byte of instruction. Are you getting me, student? How this number of bytes you can identify? Let's say, for example, this is how you can identify or how you can check. Suppose if I'll write MOB, my screen is visible to you, na, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose if I'll write move B, comma A, right? If I'll assemble it, you all can see here that hex code is generated. The whatever instruction I'm writing here, based upon that, one code is generated and that code is stored onto the memory location 47. Can you see here? Memory location C000, which is 47, right? So now what processor will do? It will fetch this code from the memory, it will decode it and execute it. Are you getting me, student? So whenever you will execute this instruction, it will only occupy 1 byte of your memory, right? But suppose if you are writing MVI instruction, MVIB 02H, for example. So for MVIB, you are having hex code 06 and whatever 8-bit data you are mentioning here, it will take one more byte of your memory, right? तो C000 लोकेशन पे कौन सा कोड स्टोर्ड है, which is equivalent to MVIB. अगर ये कोड प्रोसेसर फेच करेगा, then it will decode that some data should be transferred in register B. Now which data that you need to give onto the second memory location. So it will ultimately take how many bytes of your memory? It will occupy how many bytes? 2 bytes, right? So it can be considered as 2 byte instruction. Same way, suppose if I want to add two numbers, right? One number is available into my register, one number is available in my accumulator, another number I am giving as immediate, so I need to use ADI instruction. So suppose if I'll write ADI instruction, so that also will take ADI or SUI, you can say. I need to first load my accumulator, but let's say if you can check directly. Students, can you observe? So ADI, what ADI will do? It will add two numbers. One is available in accumulator, another is you are giving here. So ADI equivalent hex code is C6 and 26 you are giving as a number that you want to add with your accumulator. So ultimately it will occupy 2 bytes of your memory. So it comes under the category of 2 byte instruction. Now suppose if I write LXI, students, understand it very clearly. So what this instruction will do? Can anyone tell me? What this instruction will do? Student, make it fast. What LXI will do?
It will store data in H and L.
Very good. So it will basically load your HL pair with 16-bit data that you are giving here, right? तो यहाँ पे मैं जो भी 16-bit number दूंगी, that will be loaded in my accumulator. But to execute this instruction, your LXI H will use one hex code, and to store your 16-bit number, आप memory location पे जब भी data store कर रहे हो तो वो कितने bit का कर पाते हो at a time? You can store up to how many bits? If you are loading your memory location, यहाँ पे आप लोड करते हो ना डेटा, तो वो कितने बिट का होता है ऐसे? 8 बिट और 16 बिट? स्टूडेंट, व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग यू कि जब भी आप मेमोरी लोकेशन को लोड करते हो तो मेमोरी लोकेशन पे कितने बिट का डेटा जा सकता है, या तो यू कैन टेक द डेटा दैट इज ऑफ हाउ मेनी बिट्स? 2 बिट, 4 बिट, 6 बिट, 8 बिट, 12 बिट, 32 बिट. यहाँ पे आप कितने बिट का डेटा?
8 bit.
8 bit data, right? Whenever you are reading onto memory, reading from the memory or you are writing onto the memory, you can take the data of 8 bit, right? अपने सारे register भी 8 bit के हैं. So if you say that you want to load your HL pair with a 16-bit number, so एक तो आपका LXI age का कोड हो गया 20. Now on to the next memory location, the data is stored which is 50 lower order byte. As we know कि 16-bit number है तो ये directly memory पे store नहीं हो सकता. So it will occupy how much memory location? How many memory location? It will occupy 2 memory locations, C001 and C002. Can you observe here? C000 पे क्या stored है? Hex code of LXIH and next 2 memory location मतलब C001 and C002. तो उसमें क्या store है? आपका 8 bit. So total 16-bit number is stored onto the memory location. Now from here your processor will fetch, it will decode and it will execute. Are you getting my point? So this kind of instruction can be considered as 3-byte instruction. It will occupy whenever you will execute it, it will occupy 3 bytes of your memory, right? So this is about LXI. First, let me know in case of any doubt, all can understand what is 1-byte instruction, what is 2-byte instruction, what is 3-byte. Any doubt here? Dinesh?
No, ma'am.
Anand, correct. Ayushi? Anand, Dinesh, Dhanraj, Devang, Forum, Penil,
No, ma'am.
okay. Prachi, Savan. Okay, so can anyone tell me if I'll write 8B, Uday Raj, it is 1 byte, 2 byte or 3 byte? If I'll write ADDP, it is 1 byte, 2 byte or 3 byte? Uday?
Yes, ma'am. It will be 3 byte.
It will be 3 byte. Okay, Shubham?
2 byte.
2 byte. Okay. One says 3 byte, one says 2 byte. Any other answer? હવે એક બાકી છે. What do you think, student? Ayushi? Sahil?
2 byte, ma'am.
It is
1
2
byte, ma'am.
Okay. Shubham, can you tell me why it is 2 byte?
Ma'am, add operation is a 2 byte. If add, what's opcode is always 2 byte. No?
Okay. Ayushi, can you tell me why it is 1 byte? Ayushi, can you tell me the reason why it is 1 byte? Because 2-3 students, they are saying 2 byte. Your answer is different. So can you justify your answer why it is 1 byte? Sakshi, you can also give answer why it is 1 byte.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in 1 byte instruction, add means opcode and operand. B, only those are represented like so.
Okay. So in instruction itself, students still understand very clearly. Whenever you are writing any instruction, there is in instruction you are mentioning 2 things, opcode and operand. Now one code is for opcode and one is for operand. ऐसे नहीं होता. Shubham, are you getting me? Suppose if you are writing add B, so the addition, the operation that you are performing is addition of register B with accumulator. Now only processor needs to understand कि register B में कोई data है that should be added with the accumulator, right? So यहाँ पे अगर add B related operation करना है, then processor only has to generate one code, right? It will only decode from this one code. If I write add C, the code will be different. समझ रहे हो? Right? ऐसा नहीं है कि opcode के लिए एक कोड और operand के लिए एक कोड. Combinedly, it will generate one code which is 81. Now 81 is fetched from the memory. Then processor will decode that some data which is available in register C should be added with the accumulator. Let's say, for example, if I write move C, A. राइट. द कोड इज 4F. ऐसे में एक एमओवी के लिए एक कोड है और सी कोमा ए के लिए. इफ आई राइट एमओवी सी कोमा ए, the for this instruction the code is 4F. Once 4F is fetched from the memory and processor will decode it, then it will understand that some data is available into accumulator that has to transfer in register C. Are you getting me, Shubham? Right? 2 byte instruction कब आती है? Let's say for example, if I write MVIA 0 to H. Now इसमें मुझे ये बताओ कि opcode कौन सा है और operand कौन सा है? What is opcode and what is operand in this instruction?
MVI opcode and
Right? MVI is opcode and A colon A comma 02 is your operand. Right? आप किस पे operation करते हो? That is your operand. Right? What is the operation that you are doing? That is opcode. Now ऐसे में ये कि MVI के लिए एक कोड है, then A के लिए एक कोड है, then 02 के लिए एक कोड है. Right? MVI A will make one code. Right? Now next byte is for what? MVI A से processor will decode that some data has to transfer, some 8-bit data has to transfer in accumulator. Right? Now what is the data that it will expect as a next memory location? Are you getting me? MVI A that will generate 3 code. Once processor will decode it, that some data has to transfer in accumulator. What is the data that you are giving onto the next memory location? Are you getting me, students? So that's why it is a 2 byte instruction. ऐसा नहीं है कि opcode के लिए एक code और operand के लिए. MVI A will make one code and the next code is for your 8-bit data. Like same way, suppose if you are writing LHLD, after LHLD, what you are writing? After LHLD, what is the format? You need to mention address. Yes or no? So LHLD will generate one code. LHLD के equivalent एक code है X code, and to load this 16-bit number C050, you need 2 more memory location. Are you getting me, students? So it will occupy your 3 bytes of memory. So that's why it is a 3-byte instruction. Is it clear, student? Any doubt still? Mukund? Uday?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No.
So like that, how you need to think upon? You must know that ऐसा नहीं है कि opcode and operand is generating one code. Combined, that instruction will take how much memory size, depending upon that you can decide it is 1 byte, 2 byte or 3 byte. Okay, can anyone tell me STA instruction will take how many bytes? STA? Sahil? Mukund? Yes, make it fast, student.
3 bytes.
It will occupy 3 bytes. See, students,
STA
after
3 bytes.
yes, after STA always what you are writing? Any address from where you want to load, you want to store your accumulators content onto that address. So that address you are specifying. So STA के लिए एक code होगा. To store this location, it will take 2 more bytes of your memory, right? So 50 and C0 will be stored onto the next 2 memory locations. So it will occupy 3 bytes. Okay, what about SHLD? Uday? SHLD?
3 byte memory.
3 byte.
Very good. It will take 3 bytes. Suppose if I'll write XCHG. If I'll write exchange, then
1 byte.
it will correct. It will only occupy 1 byte of memory because after exchange, there is no 8-bit or a 16-bit data that need to specify onto the memory location, right? अगर आपके पास यहाँ पे इंस्ट्रक्शन में if you are having 8-bit data or a 16-bit data or 16-bit address you are having, then memory location you require. So exchange EB is a hex code that is stored onto the memory. Now EB code is fetched by the microprocessor and it will understand that some data of HL pair and DE pair should be exchanged, right? So equivalent memory location, your instruction will occupy, that is 1 byte. Okay, like same the XTHL. Yes. XTHL. It will occupy how much memory location? How many memory
1 byte,
locations?
ma'am.
It will occupy 1 byte. Okay. Suppose if I'll write LXI then.
Three bytes.
3.
3 byte, right? Because yes, after LXI, you will mention your register pair and then 16-bit data, right? So LXI B के लिए एक hex code होगा, 5050 को load करने के लिए 2 more memory location will required. So ultimately it will occupy 3 bytes of memory, right? So like that, we also have to think of that whenever we are writing code, suppose आपने LXI B 5050 किया तो ये it will occupy 3 bytes of your memory. It is a 3 byte instruction. Okay, what this instruction will do? कोई मुझे बता सकता है ये instruction execute करके क्या होगा? If I'll execute this instruction, what is the result? It is a 3 byte instruction that we understand. But इससे क्या होगा instruction से? It will load. Yes. Load address. It will load. Yes, it will load 50 and 50 in B and C register, right? Your BC pair will be loaded with this content 50-50. Yes or no, student? Right? So same operation I can do with this also. MVI B50H, MVI C50H. Yes or no? अगर मैं ये लिखूंगी कि ये लिखूंगी, I can perform same operation. So what do you think? I should go with this or I should go with this? Are you getting my point, student? अगर मुझे BC pair को load करना है, so I have two options. Either I will load individual register with MVI or I can load register pair with LXI. So what do you think? मुझे किस logic पे जाना चाहिए?
LXI.
LXI? Okay. Uday, what do you say? Need answer from everyone.
I
Huh?
think it will be same.
The process is same. समझ रहे हो जो operation कर रहे हैं वो same है. But I have two options. So what do you think? जैसे 12 के
Method
पास
will be different ना LXI.
हाँ?
Method थोड़ी different हो जाएगी तो LXI use करेंगे.
Okay, so Sahil will go with LXI, Ayushi will go with LXI. Okay, what do you choose, Uday? LXI or MVI?
LXI.
LXI, why? Reason?
Because LXI B is 1 byte and 50-50 is 2. So it will 3 byte. And in the second one, it will be 2 and 2 4.
Very good, right? So students, whenever we are thinking, whenever we are checking for our programs, make sure your program, what do you think कि हम लोग जब processing कर रहे हैं, so processor should have occupancy of memory should be less or more? प्रोसेस के लिए जो हमारा माइक्रो प्रोसेसर इज ऑक्यूपाइंग मेमरी,
Less memory.
इट शुड बी एज लेस एज पॉसिबल, राइट?
Yes, ma'am.
तो अगर मैं जितने इंस्ट्रक्शन लिख रही हूँ यहाँ पे, वो इंस्ट्रक्शन इज परफॉर्मिंग सेम टास्क, दैट मीन्स आई नीड टू चूज द इंस्ट्रक्शन विच विल टेक लेस साइज इन माई मेमरी, right? If processor will it will take less byte of your memory, it will decode, time to decode your instruction will be less. यहाँ पे इसको 2 बार decode करना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे it has to decode once. So ultimately the processing will be also high. Are you getting my point, student? Right? So as we know कि we are having a same we are having a same operation to perform, but we are having two option to perform. अगर मैं LXI 50-50 कर रही हूँ, then also I can load my HL pair LXI H 50-50. Then also I can load my HL pair after executing. Alright, you can load your hold नहीं लिखा मैंने, इसलिए it was in running mode. If I'll use MVI, अभी आप देख रहे हो कितने byte it will occupy 3. But if I'll write MVI, so MVI will take 2 byte. Next MVI will take 2 more bytes. So ultimately it will occupy your 4 bytes of memory. Are you getting my point? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So thing is, whenever you are going for the optimization, whenever you may have more than one approach to execute, more than one approach to write your code, you always need to go for the optimization, right? So I hope this particular topic is clear to everyone. Any doubts, students?
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if we say 1 byte, 2 byte or 3 byte can be a classification. See, दोनों तरह से जा सकते हैं. Either we will classify our instruction based upon the number of bytes that is occupied by the instruction. बट इसमें मिक्स आएगा कि कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन का फंक्शन ऐसे है, कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन का फंक्शन ऐसे है. So not easy to consider as process wise. So better will classify our instruction based upon this. मतलब हम लोग जो इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट को ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं, that is based upon this group, right? So in that group we will find instructions. जैसे हम लोग को भी डेटा ट्रांसफर पता है, then we can identify कि डेटा ट्रांसफर में MOV आता है, that will occupy 1 byte, LD आता है, that will occupy 3 byte. So like that we will discuss. But classification of instruction set, right, we are considering here in this order. We will explain or we will understand whole instruction set, right? But definitely we must know the number of byte that is occupied by each and every instruction. Abhi, this today is your first day with this discussion. As you will proceed, you will easily identify that particular instruction will take how many bytes, right? So naturally you can identify. Now as we discuss in our instruction, we have two part, opcode and operand, right? So opcode से generally क्या होता है? What opcode specifies the operation that you want to perform. Let's say for example, if I write move A comma B, the transfer of data I want to do, so that will be specified by MOV opcode, right? What is A comma B? Operand? Yes or no? So
Yes,
in my instruction, how I am specifying my operand, depending upon that, we may have a different addressing mode. The various formats of specifying operand is called addressing mode, and we are having these 5 different addressing mode. We'll discuss it one by one. We'll check for set of instruction and we'll check which addressing mode is this instruction is following, right? Why we are writing MOV A comma B only? क्यों हम लोग MOV के बाद immediate data नहीं लिख सकते? Because the addressing mode that we are specifying both that instruction is register, right? So we know आप लोग स्टूडेंट, आप लोग जब भी प्रोग्राम लिखते हो अपने फॉर्मेट में थोड़ा सा भी गलती कर दिया, then you are not able to execute your program because you are not following your specification for the addressing mode, right? So always this is necessary, that always we have to specify, and that you can understand through this particular topic, right? So probably tomorrow we will focus on this addressing mode of 8085. How many addressing modes can be included and which instruction comes under which category? That what we want to discuss, right? Any doubt here, student? Anything to discuss? Okay, few students that connected late. So for them, in this week, by Friday or by Tuesday next week, we have one quiz based upon module number 1 and 3. I'll share all the details in group, WhatsApp group, but make sure you will start your preparation. You have to keep your camera on. That's why you will make all the necessary arrangement, right? Okay. Any doubts, student?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.